When it comes to Drake, things have officially reached another level. The leaks, the drama, the chaos, it's all getting worse. A brand new snippet just surfaced where Drake takes shots at Kendrick Lamar, ScHoolboy Q, Serena Williams, and several others. This might genuinely be the biggest crash-out anthem we've seen from him yet. If you think Kendrick and ScHoolboy Q would absolutely wash Drake in a battle right now, leave a like. And if you think the Iceman era is heading straight toward a massive flop, leave a like too. By the time this video ends, you'll probably have your mind made up either way, so go ahead and subscribe. Let's get into it. This entire Iceman rollout feels like Drake desperately trying to hold on to relevance, attention, anything that keeps people talking about him. The standards have completely dropped. And now the newest move is yet another leaked snippet. Whether Drake leaked it himself or it's really hackers like he keeps claiming honestly doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what's actually being said in the song, and it's already causing problems for him.
What's becoming obvious now is that Drake has apparently been writing diss tracks behind the scenes this whole time. The same guy who once acted like he studied battle rap while spending more time focused on legal drama is suddenly back to dissing people again after all the courtroom talk. And these aren't subtle shots either. He's directly naming names. So the same person who wanted diss tracks treated like legal issues is now dropping diss records with full name drops. The hypocrisy is insane.
These are the bars Drake previewed. He says, "Serena, but I'm cool with Venus. I be hanging around those like I'm Dua Lipa." Then follows it up with, "I might hit up ScHoolboy Q and do a remix, they be making peanuts. We don't ever piece it up, the stuff we got between us." And that's basically the snippet. But the fact that these exact lines were the first thing revealed tells you everything you need to know. This is fueled entirely by bitterness.
Either Drake or whoever leaked this clearly wanted people talking about Iceman again. Because at this point, the only thing creating attention around Drake is watching him spiral publicly and take shots at people who embarrassed him. That's the strategy now, not music, just controversy. And while Serena and ScHoolboy Q both got dragged into this, one thing is undeniable. It's honestly impressive how someone can be this hypocritical while also putting out some of the weakest music of the year.
Let's be honest, this looks terrible. Drake spent an entire era trying to frame rap beef differently, almost trying to push diss tracks into legal territory. And now that same person is back making diss records filled with direct name drops. The exact thing he once complained about is now something he's doing himself. If he officially releases this track, every argument he had about diss tracks having legal consequences instantly falls apart. And honestly, good, release it.
I genuinely want him to drop the full song. Because once he does, he officially puts himself back in the line of fire. He can't run toward lawsuits anymore while openly throwing names into records. And honestly, I'd love to see ScHoolboy Q respond. I'd love to see anyone from that side really check him properly. Because Drake has fully earned whatever bars come back his way now.
At the same time though, every rapper thinking about responding probably still has one concern in the back of their head. The fear that Drake might turn family matters into actual legal matters if things stop going his way. Because that's the reputation he's built for himself recently. But even with that concern, once you actually look at these bars and who they're targeting, this song should permanently destroy Drake's ability to sue over rap beef ever again. Because the first person he targets isn't even a rapper, it's Serena Williams, someone who can't respond through music because that's not her world. And this isn't new behavior either. Back in 2022, on Middle of the Ocean, Drake already took shots at Serena by mocking her husband. Now he's back dragging Venus into it too, basically implying they still stay in contact. The whole thing comes across like he's intentionally trying to create awkward tension between two sisters, and it feels incredibly petty. Even if you treated every line in rap beef like factual information, Drake's intention here still feels obvious. He's trying to create discomfort between Serena and Venus. It's hard to deny that, regardless of how big of a Drake fan someone is. And honestly, it's strange behavior coming from a grown man still holding on to emotions from a relationship that ended years ago.
And this points to a much bigger pattern. Is Drake's main strategy in beef always attacking personal relationships? Because the examples are everywhere. Serena and Venus, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, Kendrick and Whitney, Kendrick and Baby Keem, Kendrick and Dave Free, Pusha T and his wife, Kim Kardashian. Almost every time Drake gets into conflict, he eventually shifts toward targeting people's families, relationships, or personal lives, instead of attacking their actual rap credibility.
Obviously, there are no strict rules in rap beef, so personal attacks are technically fair game. But Drake repeating the exact same strategy over and over again has become predictable and honestly corny. It stopped feeling competitive a long time ago. It feels less like battle rap and more like someone genuinely trying to damage people personally. Like Kendrick said on Euphoria, once a lame, always a lame.
And on the other side of this song, Drake's post-beef energy always sounds the same now. He keeps repeating that he'll never make peace with anyone connected to Kendrick's side. We've heard 1,000 versions of that statement already. And sure, refusing to reconcile with people who embarrassed you is understandable in theory. But when it's attached to a weak diss aimed at TDE, it doesn't sound intimidating. It sounds like someone trying very hard to appear tough while the music itself keeps falling apart.
Because Drake's cycle lately has been simple. Diss someone, get checked, threaten legal action, repeat. And now he's right back at the beginning of that cycle again. Clearly something isn't working. And the ScHoolboy Q line proves it better than anything else. The point of that bar isn't just to diss Q. Drake is trying to frame Kendrick's entire circle as irrelevant. But that argument completely falls apart once you look at Drake's own label situation. Because while Drake calls TDE peanuts, one of OVO Sound's once hyped artists is literally working as a full-time chef now.
So the guy running OVO Sound, a label with one of the weakest mainstream rap rosters in recent memory, is trying to clown somebody else's crew. Drake, your own artists are the ones struggling. Most OVO signees have barely touched the charts. Party Next Door is basically the only artist with a major career, and even his momentum feels like it declined the closer he got tied to Drake's brand. That's your label. Those are your results. Compare that to what Kendrick has helped build. Baby Keem's second album debuted at number 4 on Billboard, sold nearly 80,000 copies first week, and had 10 out of 11 tracks charting on the Hot 100 simultaneously. Party Next Door's last album sold around 30,000 first week. Kendrick's protégé on his second project outperformed Drake's biggest artist. That's not peanuts, it's the complete opposite, and it makes the ScHoolboy Q diss look even worse.
Because ScHoolboy Q is not some random underground rapper. He's multi-platinum, consistently charting, touring arenas, and has one of the strongest catalogs of the 2010s. Oxymoron and Blank Face LP are albums many hip-hop fans already consider modern classics. Collard Greens, Man of the Year, those songs still go crazy to this day. Calling Q peanuts isn't just a bad opinion, it's objectively false, and Drake knows that.
What makes the decision even stranger is that Drake actually had easier targets on TDE's roster if he wanted to push that angle. Someone like Ab-Soul, whose commercial success has never matched his talent, would have at least made some sense in that context. Instead, Drake chose arguably the second most commercially successful artist in TDE history, behind Kendrick himself. That's not a calculated move. That's a huge miss that shows Drake doesn't even fully understand the landscape he's trying to criticize.
ScHoolboy Q deserves his flowers. Blue Lips, Oxymoron, and Blank Face make up one of the best 3-album runs any rapper has had in the last 15 years. Critical acclaim, hit records, cultural influence, Q has checked every box. The only reason he doesn't get discussed more broadly is because he happens to share a label with Kendrick Lamar. In almost any other situation, his catalog alone would define somebody's legendary status.
And Drake's grand strategy to convince people that ScHoolboy Q is somehow an underground nobody, this is supposed to save Iceman? It's honestly becoming funny at this point. We've genuinely reached a stage where Drake looks so lost that it's impossible to hide anymore. There's no spin left. He genuinely seems unsure of what he's doing.
And looking at the bigger picture, every interesting conversation surrounding the Iceman era has been about Drake failing or Drake beefing with someone. Nobody's discussing the music itself. Nobody sounds excited about what he's actually rapping about. People click Drake content now just to watch the chaos unfold, not because the music feels compelling.
Even the snippets themselves sound lifeless. The rapping feels exhausted, the delivery sounds flat, and the production lacks energy. Some of these beats honestly sound like the blandest music Drake has ever released.
Nothing about this project feels inspired, and it explains why the album keeps getting scrapped and rebuilt, because nothing sounds like it was created with a real vision.
The mixing, the auto-tune, the overall sound, everything feels empty. And the more snippets that leak, the harder it becomes to believe Iceman will turn out well. Every new detail only makes things look worse. This is genuinely shaping up to become one of the biggest flops hip-hop has seen in years, and Drake himself is the one building the disaster step by step. Everything is riding on this album for Drake right now. The pressure couldn't be bigger. And with every day that passes, the chances of him pulling it off feel smaller and smaller. There's no direction, no clear vision, no strong strategy, just chaos. And these snippets aren't making people excited. They're making people nervous about how bad the final product could actually be.
And this is the core issue. If Drake's only remaining way to generate conversation is through dissing people, while already having the reputation of someone who turns to lawyers when things go wrong, nobody is going to fully take the bait seriously. Watch ScHoolboy Q and the rest of the rap world closely over the next few days. Because if Drake officially starts releasing songs with these direct name drops, the response is going to say a lot. We already saw how rappers reacted to J. Cole stepping away from beef. Drake would probably receive an even harsher reaction, because even critics still respect what J. Cole has contributed to hip-hop as an artist. Drake doesn't currently have that same goodwill. This situation is heading somewhere ugly for him, and there doesn't seem to be any clean way out anymore. We've rarely seen an album rollout collapse this badly before it even officially starts, and with more Iceman updates probably coming soon.
All we can really do now is sit back and watch everything unfold in real time. Because this no longer feels like a comeback album. It doesn't feel like a statement project. It feels like a slow-moving train wreck filled with weak bars, recycled beef, and absolutely no musical vision holding it together. At this point, all you can do is watch it crash, and people why Kendrick is considered one of the most strategic rappers alive right now. Check out the suggested video.